and welcome to Editor of 10 Cats Does Countdown, a show all about letters, numbers and conundrums. This show was born when two Channel 4 shows were smashed together, Countdown and The Undateables. Wow. Susie, is there anything we don't have a word for in English that you think we should?
Yes, there are lots, but normally you don't realise it until you see a word in another language and you think, why don't we have that? So, you know, come bin day, there's always one neighbour that puts their bins out first, and then the rest of us follow. And you
what exactly is a cum bin?
When bin
day is when we celebrate our cum bin. It comes once a year.
Doesn't it come round quick?
Is it cum?
Is it cum bin day again?
It doesn't matter what kind of bin it is, OK? It could be a cum bin, it could be a normal bin. You put your bin out first, you are a binfluencer.
Right.
I love that. It's really tickled me.
So the cum bin thing you just soldiered on. Cum bin day. Where will you be spending yours?
Think of all those lonely people spending cum day on their own. Breaks your heart, doesn't it? I'm actually volunteering this year.
Oh, God, that's going to be right up there with glory holes, isn't it?
I remember the glory holes thing.
I do as well. Well, I told you, I had no idea what you were talking about until later. I just...
Well, wait until you Google cum bin. Is any of this broadcastable? Anyway.
Some areas don't have one. You've got to take it to the tip.
Someone's nicked ours.
Joe Wilkinson, he's like an Airbnb for woodlice. Joe, what is your perfect night in?
Perfect night in, I'd say, watching Taggart with a box of milk tray and 20 Regals. I love it, I love it. And then I like to run myself a hot bath, sprinkle some petals in there, pour myself a glass of rosé.
Lovely.
Light myself a Regal, slide into the bath, and then wait for whosever house I've just broken into. Then the fun really begins.
Catherine, you've got an excellent podcast, which is sort of all about speaking your mind. Have you ever overshared and then regretted it?
Yeah, I've regretted everything I've ever told anyone. I regret telling people about the time I didn't have $7, so I got off with the taxi driver. Thank you.
It's lovely to see Joe again, isn't it?
I regret writing a book about my life, because now I have to start again and there's nothing left. What do you think I should do next?
Eat camel shit. I thought we were spitballing, so...
It's Susie Dent! Susie has written a new book featuring 100 positive and hopeful words. Sadly, it's not out yet, so I haven't read it. So all I can do is give you my initial reaction. Sound shit. It's our worst fears have been realised. You're writing a new book. What's it about, Susie?
Well, actually, the children's book was inspired by you. First of all, it's your level. And secondly, it's almost designed to send the kids to sleep. Given that you bang on about my books being a form of euthanasia, etc., I thought I will actually write a book that's designed to be a bit of a lullaby. Oh. So, thank you for that. Ka-ching.
I'm sorry. And in charge of the numbers, it's Rachel Riley. It says here, to get the job on Countdown, Rachel beat off 3,000 people. All right, important question, Rachel. What do you love more, numbers or people?
I mean, that's a hard one, because people, you know, it covers your loved ones and your friends and, you know, people who bring you food, all the best people, but it covers a lot of dickheads as well. People who make you try to go to the gym. Like you'd be on that list. But numbers, it's like, it's my thing, isn't it? It's what I'm known for. It's, you know, it's given me a career. So I think it'd be like asking you to choose between your kids or calling Susie Dent a pest who writes boring books. Just don't think you could do it.
Bye, kids.
My poem's about something very special to me. We all follow through occasionally. We all occasionally accidentally shit ourselves. But what's important is what you do afterwards. So this poem's about the last time I shat myself in public. I felt the sharp, recognisable pain, and out it came. I didn't want anyone to know that I'd shat myself again. So I stood up and shouted, "Oi! Someone's just shoved shit down the back of my tracksuit bottom." No one leaves this optician's until we find out who's done. The optician knew I was lying because it was only me and her in there. and she was almost certain she hadn't shoved shit down the back of my tracksuit. I continued to read from the eye chart on the wall like nothing had happened. But she politely ushered me to leave. I tried to book another appointment, but she was having none of it, as that was the third time I'd shat myself at her clinic that week alone.
Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I have. So one of the drawbacks of being 39 is that I had a daughter when I was very young. She's now a teenager, so we are at odds sometimes over what's cool, over different language. She calls me a Karen. What can I do about that? You can't complain about being called a Karen. That's exactly what a Karen would do. So we've had a meeting of the minds, and I begged her to help me. This show is all about language, words. I said, will you please help me with some hip, young, cool words so that I can inject them during the show and become less of a Karen. So I've got a few phrases here that she helpfully recorded for me. Let's say if I saw someone's body and I felt like their bum was a lie, their bum was fake, they'd had plastic surgery, I would say,
"Girl, that body is cap."
"Girl, that body is cap." Cap. If you've done something really well, like if you get a great score, you nail the math like Jon usually does, I wouldn't say, "Jon's done well there." My daughter says I should say,
"You ate that."
"You ate that." So I know you don't take public transport, Jimmy, so you might think that riding the bus is not aspirational, but when something is
"So bussin'."
so bussin', it's great.
And then, Mum, if something's even better than that, it's mega bus.
Richard, have you got a mascot? Did you bring a mascot? What did you bring?
Well, you see, I recently saw the live-action Little Mermaid. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I was entranced. And I thought it was a good time to rediscover how much I like underwater acting and the joy of seeing it. And it really is an art, and it's a lost art. And my mascot is a piece that allows me to act underwater, and I think it's about to be brought in. My only request is that you do not edit this moment. So this would be us having a normal conversation.
Right, yeah.
Like this, just, how are you?
I'm good, yeah, thanks.
OK, good. And then, underwater, it's got a totally different feel. Hasn't it? It's just different. And that's because I'm acting underwater now. And now, there's something lost, isn't there?
My intuition is telling me this prop was quite expensive. Is there any more?
What do you mean, is there any more? I didn't design this. The fish are dead. Khan's uncle's taken a shit in here. And I'm trying to make a serious point about...
Oh, no, do it underwater,
Entitlement. See, it's different, isn't it?
It's better, yeah. The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid, live action.
Is it called The Little Mermaid live action?
No.
Or is it just a live action?
No, you'll find out it's live action when you get there. And you'll see acting like this, responsive acting, people moving slightly slow, like you can't dance. There's none of this. No, all right, mate, what's the game? It's very languorous, beautiful acting. And It's just a joy to rediscover the craft.
Are you doing Avatar now?
We're going to blue screen in someone funny. Put whatever you want on the blue, I don't care. I've already invoiced.
Sam, have you been watching anything good recently?
I rewatched Chicken Run. So good. Man, the Chicken Run. You seen this flick? This is a top flick. I've been so inspired, Jimmy, that I've been working on my very own claymation. Check it out. That's all I got so far. It takes a long time. No one told me you're supposed to make them really small. Look at this dedicated animator working on his tiny models. I made my guy too big. I spent 80 grand on clay.
Helen, it says here you've never had a boyfriend. Is that true?
Yeah, but I just think it's just because I'm so confident and, like, I've got, like, amazing tits and I think that, like, intimidates some men. My friends think it's because I'm 6'1", I've got a broad back and I speak German, but that's not it. I'm so... It can't be, it just can't be. Too sexy for the boys. That's what it is, I'm too sexy. And I could have a boyfriend if I wanted one, but I don't want one, so I don't even know why you brought it up. It's not even a big deal. Like, what am I going to do with a guy? Talk or, like, have an I don't think so. I can have an orgasm quicker myself. I've come resting my vagina on the corner of the table before, so this is absolutely mad that we're discussing it now. Shut up!
Let's hold him, baby.
Who cares? Who cares?
Alan, have you got a mascot?
Oh, OK. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I haven't got a mascot this week because I had a sporting injury and I couldn't... I'm in a lot of pain at the minute. I'm on painkillers. I've got a cushion. I've got a cushion, like an old cushion.
You've got a cushion?
That's all I've got. I'm sorry. But, yeah...
We asked people to bring something.
I know, but I've had an injury and, yeah, so, sorry.
Alan's cushion!
Sorry, everyone.
Alan, can we just rewind for a second? We talk about this sporting injury. What happened?
I fell awkwardly on a swing ball. And it went right up. Yeah.
What were you doing?
Slut dropping. The ball's still up there, so I just need to get it out.
Got good news for you.
Thank God for IBS.
Have you brought any bats? Because we could have a game later.
I've got pancakes for everyone. Bring on the pancakes.
Is this a trick?
Oh, wow. Why is he being nice to her?
I really don't trust it.
I don't trust it.
They're the packet ones.
I'm in there.
What if we all get the shits later on?
They're lose some weight, babe. It's all right.
I might shit out the rest of that swing ball. You never know.
This is so nice.
This is lovely.
What have you got in yours?
Cream, chocolate, strawberries. This is the best show I've ever been on.
This is so...
Well, in fairness, you do the last leg. Joe, if you're stressed, how do you relax?
I think the way I like to relax is what I do is I like to buy a packet of 3 Scotch eggs, right? And I'll eat one and I'll throw the other 2 at cyclists. I believe that's why I'm no longer allowed to watch the Tour de France.
Phil, it says you're a bit of a foodie. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Ass, baby. No, that's ass. Ass is just what I call what I call ham, because technically it is the ass of the pig. I call ham. I love a bit of ass. Ass and cheese sandwich. Ass and pea soup. My mum makes an amazing glazed ass for Christmas. Favorite football team? West Ass.
John, have you got a lot of enemies?
Oh, yeah. I don't really realise how many until I leave the house. And they're all bloody popping off like whack-a-mole. My personal enemies... Anyone who's ever said stick to comedy. The minute you tweet about anything else, stick to comedy, mate. Fine if you say that to everyone who does anything outside of their profession. Like, if you see a greengrocer in the pub and you're like, where's all the bloody cabbages, Gary? Whoever invented the teddy grab machine, enemy of mine. I hope that when they die, their coffin is getting lifted to the grave. It just keeps getting near and then dropped.
Amy, have you got a mascot? What have you got?
I do. So it's something I wear when I'm doing a rough gig. It's the sort of gig that you do where you get to the mic and you look out and the first 5 or 6 rows are all bald men with their arms folded. And from the stage, it looks like you've opened a box of eggs. Sometimes you get heckled about your anatomy from the eggs, and they'll shout something like really witty, like tits. Oh my God, how did you think of that? Wow. So to stop this happening, I'd say, like, I think we all know, and we all know in this studio, you know, the funny's here, it's not here. I think we all know there's nothing funny about...
Everyone heard that, right?
So it's a little dog toy, and I think any bra wearers, if you're watching, you should get one, because it is phenomenal. You put it in and you forget it's there, and you'll do something like go up steps and it'll sort of squeak and give you a little bit of joy. And also, after this gig in Wigan, I was going to my car in a car park, and there was a few lads in front of my car, and it was late at night and I was a bit scared, and they were all sort of taking up space, and we were all sort of like looking at each other, and before they said anything, I just went... and they shot themselves. Absolutely shot themselves.
Well, better than a bath.
Better than a bath. But the best thing I heard was one of the lads turned to his mate and he just said, I didn't know they did that.
John.
Hello.
I know you're passionate about climate change. What tips would you give everyone here to look after the planet?
I don't know, I sort of resent the implication that I'm the one who cares about the planet. I think we all care about the planet, don't we?
No.
It's not just a few of us.
I'll be honest, I mean, Catherine's not even allowed in the oceans now. She's so full of plastic.
I want to cut that.
No, seriously, if a dolphin eats that, it's...
Every now and again you hear a sentence on this show that you think, that has literally never been said by a human being on the planet. How many years there has been human communication on this planet and no one has ever said, if a dolphin eats that, it's and certainly not about a person.
Sarah went on Celebrity Catchphrase last year and she came second after Vernon Kay, just like Tess Daly does.
Wow.
It's good, though, that he carries on. Some don't, and they just leave you. If anything, Vernon Kay is better in my estimation now after that.
Yeah.
So well done, Vernon,
Oh, no,
wherever
I mean,
you are.
If it was me, I'm out.
They'd already done it before you got in, love.
Alan, talk us through a day in the life of Alan Carr.
OK, open my eyes, roll over, thank the tramp, get out of the skip. Shower every morning, apart from a Sunday, lazy day, where I just use a wet wipe. We've all had days like that, haven't we?
Yep.
And then on Sunday, I have a boozy day, and I've had to cut down on my drinking because I had a real boozy one the other Sunday. Have you ever done that, where you've sat watching the telly and you have one bottle of rosé, and then you have another bottle, and another bottle, and then that message comes up on the screen where the telly thinks you're dead? This is the 8th episode of Homes Under the Hammer. Blink if you're in pain. So that's my day, really.
Josh, were you popular at school?
Are you taking the piss? In the Leavers book, I got most likely to remain a virgin.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But you believed me? Sarah was like, well, that's horrible, but realistic. I didn't think I'd have to come out and say this, but I'm not a virgin, Sarah.
Guz, now, you used to be a teacher, right? Is that going to help you tonight?
I don't think so. Like, a lot of people assume that you have to be clever to be a teacher. Bullshit. If you can go in the room and get them to shut up, that's teaching right there.
Right, and what was your methodology for getting people to shut up?
I would often get called to classrooms where kids were misbehaving, and I found a technique that worked really well. I'd go in, I'd close the door, make sure there was no senior leadership team about, and I'd say, shut the f*** up. And they'd usually go really quiet.
And did you always teach reception class, or did you...
Joe, have you got a mascot?
Yes, I do, Uncle Jimmy. This is my mascot. This is him.
No!
I've had a bit of a falling out with my neighbours. They want me to stop weeing in their recycling bins, and I don't want to. So I'm fed up with them having a pop at me for no reason, so I told them I'd hired an assassin. Then, out of the blue, they moved away. So I'm left with him for a week, so I brought him along.
Does he do anything?
Apart from paid hits, not really. Is there any chance you could do a slut drop?
Rachel, you recently had a second baby. What lessons did you learn from having your first baby that you put into play this time?
Well, the first one came out just like her dad. So she's got olive skin, dark hair, dark eyes, and she loves dancing. And I took her to see Pasha dancing in a show recently for the first time, and we got told off because she was dancing too much in the aisles. The moves just reminded me that slut drop was what she was doing in the theatre.
You've taught your 2-year-old a slut drop?
It wasn't me.
I just, do you know what? Just a quick recording pause while I call child services.
They'll call you, I imagine.
I was given a really interesting piece of advice from my nan on her deathbed. Never tickle a grinning chimp. And...
Was she dying in a zoo?
So it's quite poignant, but I don't know what she meant.
Oh, what you... No.
No, never tickle a grinning chimp. I don't know what she meant.
I'll never forget what my nana said to me on her deathbed. She said, I don't think you meant to unplug that. And for the first time today, here's the countdown clock. In there. I've knitted myself. What do you think?
I've never seen you look cute.
Can we go out then?
Oh my God!
Pretty good, I think. I've also I've done a Phil Wang.
Wow.
What do you think?
It's got your groin.
There's something in there for you. If you pass that along to Phil, there's something in the back pocket for you as well. A little detail.
Oh, there's a tiny condom.
I thought it would just be nice for when you lose your virginity. Done one for Joe, and it's got... I've done the flies. That's a strong cider.
Oh, you guys!
You can drink the strong cider. And then if you pull his pants down, I've done like sort of pubes coming out the bottom and the top. And John...
Better be the same size as all the rest.
And look, but the great thing is, look at that. You can see.
You bastard! You bastard!
A little tiny bald spot on the top. Now we've got Danny here. Are there any unusual Cockney phrases we might not be aware of?
Yeah, I've got an old favourite and a new favourite. So an old favourite is Commodore, which is £15.
Yep.
You know, Lady Godiva?
Fiver.
Fiver. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Commodore, £15.
Is that, Danny, any truth to that?
Huh?
Is that... I know she's very boring. You could easily drift off.
No, I love her. I remember I came in here a long time ago, and her ultimate fantasy was me and Arsene Wenger as a threesome.
Right.
Well, I don't think I said threesome.
But I like that one.
Yeah, that's my one. And a new
Commodore.
favourite, which I did try on Danny, was Itchy Ring. It's apparently rhyming slang for Burger King.
Yeah, that's bollocks, that one, I've got to say. It's,
Well, I quite liked it.
You like Itchy Ring?
No. And also, KY jelly, telly. So Danny's on the KY. I'm also looking at the wrong website.
OK.
I've had a in a bath once.
No! Quick point of order. Your bath, or...?
It was my uncle's bath, and... I was quite young, it was a constipation situation, and I had to go play cricket like the morning. I was like, yo, I'm clogged, bro. I can't even play the straight strokes. And he's like, if you just go in, it will come out. And he was right. He filled up a bath for me, everything softened up. Tati came flying out. I found it.
I sort of don't want to ask this. What was in the bath that made everything...
I don't know what it is in English. You put haldi in there.
Is it OK if we still shit in toilets?
You're supposed to crouch up a little bit. Have you seen that little stool that they give you now to put under your feet? Because, like, it compresses your anus and then everything comes out.
I've not seen that stool.
The footstool?
When you say they give it to you, who are they?
Like my uncle, the one who knows about all this stuff.
Listen, this uncle needs to back off. Because my uncle no longer comes into the bathroom with me.
Danny recently became a granddad. Jon Richardson is not a granddad, he just likes the look.
Are other people's all about me as well?
Yeah.
I feel very special.
Helen is 6'1" tall. Fun fact, that's 3 Jon Richardsons.
oh, God.
Sue, how do you think you're going to do on the show?
I'm going to kill it. I think I'm going to be incredible. I got 12 GCSEs.
Who from? 12 GCSEs?
12, G.
That's too many.
No, it's not. Extracurricular.
What did you get an extracurricular GCSE in?
PE. I got a B.
A B in PE?
I got a B.
What'd you do, forget your shorts? Danny.
Yep.
Incredibly, you're a granddad now. What is that like for you?
It's mad, though, isn't it? I'm a grandfather, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, what age are
you? 46. I love them very, very much, but it's made me realise I don't want no more kids, I can tell you that now. I've done my bit for the human race, you know? I've had 3 of the
What a beautiful sentiment. What do you do for the kids when you get involved, then? What's your specialty?
You've got to look after them and that, you know, and feed them, that sort of shit.
Well, I didn't think we'd get that level of detail, but yeah, no, it sounds... Any words of wisdom for the kids?
Stay away from drugs. There's no value in it, Jim.
In drugs?
In drugs, in the long run, you know?
Short and medium term, drugs. Long term...
Especially the brown. Stay away from the brown. There's no value in that, I'll tell you that now.
No heroin, kids.
No heroin.
No heroin. How do you like to relax, Danny? How do you unwind?
I've recently tried to nosh myself off, but no value. I just can't get there.
I couldn't reach mine.
Same advice, stay away from the brown.
Big Zoo, have you got a mascot?
I actually do.
What the hell is that?
What does it look like? Look it in the eyes.
Oh. It looks like Patrick Stewart on a bad day.
Come on, G. You might look at it. What do you think?
Ross Kemp.
There we go.
Ross Kemp?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, I'm a double-time BAFTA award winner. And when I won my BAFTA, I was thinking, where did I perform this speech to? So I didn't want to go right down the barrel of the camera. So I saw a shiny head, and it was Ross Kemp's head. So I just focused on his head while I gave the speech.
And then you've frozen him in carbonite?
Yes. I brought him here as inspiration, so if I'm ever, like, worried, look at Rossi.
Yeah.
His nut can't be that big, surely.
No, he's got a big head. When I was looking at the head, it was a big head still.
It's a big nut, yeah.
That is a big head, yeah.
So when you had this commissioned, you didn't tell them to look at a picture, you just described him.
Who's the original Countdown brother? What's the name?
Richard
The original
Whiteley.
Countdown...
Richard Whiteley.
Twice nightly
Right, yeah.
Whiteley.
What does he look like?
Not so well anymore.
Richard Whiteley.
How old are you? You don't remember Des Lynam, so you
Well,
must
how old
be
do I look?
26?
It's all right, I'm 28.
But the question was, how old does he look? And the answer is about 39.
Let's be real. How do you look younger now?
What, than I used to look?
Yeah. Like, your hair baffles me. Your hair has had a serious journey.
I know, a lot of people are receding, mine's moving forward.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to know where I'm getting my, my hair from?
Go on.
At the back of Jon Richardson's head. OK, before we go on, time for a quick bonus round. Some of the guests on this show can barely read and write, so it's time to improve their spelling. John, Joe, join me in the centre for the countdown Spelling Bee.
Wow.
Now, this is a simple spelling bee with a slight twist. The twist is, before the show, you probably wondered why I fitted you with electric shock pants. Well, if you get one of the words wrong, if you spell a word incorrectly, then I will shock you.
I will punch you.
OK. I want to test that these work, OK?
Oh, shit, OK.
I'll test Joe's ones first. OK, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm just going to...
Yeah.
OK.
That's going to have to go down a bit. Me.
Yeah, OK, all right, that's... All right, no, you'll be fine, OK. Joe, let's just assume yours work. OK. Are you good at spelling?
Oh, I've pulled my arse doing that.
I'm just going to assume yours works. Don't worry about it.
Just do one, please.
No, I just... I'll be fine. We'll wait for the game. OK, can I get some spelling bee lighting, please?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
OK, John,
shit,
your first word. Nice, easy one for you. Can you spell manoeuvre?
Oh, God.
M-A-N-O-E-V-R-E. Shit, tits!
I honestly think I might shit myself. I'm so nervous.
John, do you want to have another go?
Yeah, turn that down.
OK, sure, I'll turn it down.
Sure, I've turned it. You did nothing.
Manoeuvre. Spell the word manoeuvre.
M-A-N-O-E-U-V-R-E.
Correct.
Oh, God.
A lot of tension in this. OK, so, Joe, your word is rhythm.
Oh, shit.
You don't want a time penalty. Quick.
Ah.
Great
Why?
Joe has shot himself, unfortunately. He will do it again.
Oh, no, that's a hemorrhoid popping out.
Have another go.
I don't want to.
Rhythm.
Ah.
Yeah.
Tea?
I pressed the wrong one, that's my bad. No, you got that wrong, I'll spell it for you. So it's rhythm. It's R-H-Y-T-H-M.
Yeah,
rhythm.
easier on the auto cue, isn't it?
John,
this is the last one.
Nice easy one. Nice easy one for you. The word is onomatopoeia.
O-N-O-M-A-T-O-P... It's so hard to think. O-E-I-A.
Correct!
I feel sick.
OK, last one for Joe. Your word is diarrhea.
The amount I've written it in apology letters.
You are sweating like...
It's because you keep electrocuting me. D-I-A. H. Is it not H? Don't press it.
What do you mean, is it not H?
D-I-A. R.
Yeah.
H. E. So I'm being shot. E. Oh, don't look at me like that. X. Just do it.
I think... OK, so it was diarrhoea. It was D-I-A-R-R-H-O-E-A. 5 points to John's team, but that was a lot of fun.
I wasn't totally in control of that, if I'm honest.
I'm sorry,
I can see why people like it as a kink, though, because the feeling of it being off...
Yeah, it's lovely.
I could fire off at will.